adventurers and friends, welcome to the MNmaxed Podcast. We want to thank you for joining us, and you do so as we continue the Extinction Curse. A recap of Session 25. On our way to the Eran Tower, we come across a patrol of Zolgaths. They get absolutely wrecked. As we approach the tower, we seem to be watched by two gargoyles, whom we mock and antagonize as if our names are Statler and Waldorf. They attack, and their rocky asses get dusted. We ascend a weird climbing wall thing to get into the tower, and from there we peer down into a dark and ominous staircase.
I cast light on a crossbow bolt and just shoot it down the stairs.
Savatri takes a bolt that she casts light on the tip of and shoots it down the descending staircase, and you hear it clatter.
What do we see?
If there's light down there, I want to see it.
There will be light. It's actually a really steep staircase. It goes about 40 feet down.
Oh, well, I cautiously climb down.
What do we see at the end of it?
Do you start descending the staircase? You notice that it could be dark in here, but there's definitely some sort of fire at the bottom of the staircase. Whatever room is at the bottom of the staircase, there's a large fire burning out of sight.
A fire. Or, fire!
More like, a fire.
Okay.
As you guys get closer, give me perception checks. You start descending the stairs.
28, the natural 20.
Kestrel, you're listening very closely and intently, and you hear the crackling flames of a pleasant campfire of some kind, but you also hear what sounds like several creatures sloppily eating at the bottom of the staircase just out of sight.
I look over at Jeb, and I start giving completely indecipherable hand signals. Like, I hear two creatures. They are sloppily eating. It makes a lot of noise. Sounds kind of gross. Probably by the fire. I'm just doing a bunch of dumb things with my hands that nobody can understand.
I take that as a challenge to action, and I charge.
Jeb, you're not sure, but you think he just insulted your mother.
So I charge Kestrel.
You definitely...
I just kind of roll my eyes and I'm like, okay.
Just keep moving. Yeah,
I just keep moving.
that's about right.
Jeb, as you get closer, you also hear what I'm describing, but as you are maybe like 10 feet away from the bottom of this staircase, you can start seeing into the room more proper. This is not a big room. It's about 25 feet across and 40 feet wide.
I mean, none of them notice the bolt?
No, actually, they're all busy eating. I rolled a bunch of perception checks, and they suck.
There's light casted on it.
I know.
They just assume more light, more thunder hit.
They're also very distracted. Also, hero point to Spencer.
What'd I do?
For recognizing something.
Hell yeah. What'd I recognize?
The fact that strange shit happens in here, and maybe they're a little immune to weird things.
I'll take it.
I'm going to say, I know you guys aren't actively stealthing down the stairs here, but I want to get an idea of how aware of their surroundings they are. They already made a perception check, but I'd like to get stealth checks from everybody.
Yeah, all right.
Not stealthy.
Looks like our lowest is a 10 and our highest is a pair of 22s.
So, Jeb, you're kind of making a lot of noise as you're walking down the stairs, so you're not too worried about being quiet or careful. And as you get down to about 10 feet away from the bottom, you get to see the whole room, and you see 5 creatures in here. I'm going to say Kestrel and Jebediah because they're at the front here. See 5 creatures. 4 of them are creatures that you've encountered already. And in fact, as you get closer, I'm going to, at the start of combat here, remind me you need 42 saves for how fucking bad these things smell. But you got some Zolgaths that are around this campfire just mowing into these 2 bulls that are surrounding the campfire. And they're
I was wondering what those were. There are the map definitely depicts 2 headless and flayed quadrupedal creatures.
Oh yeah,
It doesn't look big enough to be a bull though. Well, I guess it would be.
When Moonlight hears all the sounds, they will dismount.
Okay.
Like when it sounds like there's a bunch of creatures ahead.
Oh, there's certainly a lot of them. Around that fire, you see 4 Zolgaths just like I said, chewing and messily eating these raw bulls that are just around the campfire. But Jebediah, something catches your eye. Oh, does it catch your eye? You've never seen anything like this, and it's
female dwarf?
fucking adorable. You see
it.
You see a
It's a
medium animal.
velociraptor.
It's a velociraptor, but with
It's like-
very pretty feathers.
Like
Well,
mixed with
they-
a rock.
They say that they think velociraptors might have had feathers. But I mean, those toes are absolutely velociraptor.
Oh,
Yeah,
those are some
100%.
huge talons. Now, I'm normally you don't get these for free, but Jebediah, give me a recall knowledge check, nature.
Gladly.
I mean, if he sees it before combat starts.
31.
Oh,
31.
I
Fuck.
grew up with these.
You know exactly.
Worked on the syrup farm.
Oh.
jeez. 20.
Use them as labor animals. I actually went and looked up how to pronounce this name. It's Deinonychus.
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 Okay. All right. That makes
So
sense.
Must be friended.
there is a Deinonychus that doesn't look like it's actually noticed you as of yet, but it's eating scraps on the floor on the opposite side of the room of the Zolgaths who are eating
It
the
deserves
bowls.
the main course.
So you guys have the jump on this room. What do?
What exactly does that mean? Like,
Make your first action. They don't notice that you're here yet, and you're all standing on the stairs, just out of sight.
Because Moonlight would love to drop sound bursts on these guys.
Look, they're all clustered so nicely.
Oh my god, I should have picked this as a pet. They're so much stronger.
Are you looking at the stats for the Deinonychus?
Well, just the druid stat. They're strong. And their support benefit. And their speed's 50? Alright, sorry.
Getting excited.
See you, turtle.
Bye.
I'm just gonna have them like on backup at all times. Like, just be like, this fight calls for a.
We got a blood wolf. You got some boars. You got a tiger. Let's throw a dinosaur in the mix. Why not?
Yeah, if possible, Moonlight would like to move up just in front of Kestrel and just drop a sound burst on these guys.
I'm gonna say, unless somebody else wants to do anything else, that's exactly how we open combat.
Let's do it.
They each give a fortitude save, and kind of round robin here. 17, 27, 26, and 10. What's your DC?
My DC is 20, so
Oh, that
that's
means-
2 successes, a failure, and a critical failure.
Oh shit, yeah, that is a crit failure. Then let's see if you can roll decent on this 2d10.
Nope. 2d10, 7 damage, 1 and a 6. Go fuck yourself, dice. Just seriously, go fuck yourself.
That's some pretty solid damage on the critical failure one, but that loud boom and everything, they're gonna take that damage. They're put their hands up to their ears and initiative.
Oh my god, they got such high initiatives. Son of a bitch.
Motherfuckers.
I got a good roll, and they like all go before me.
At the top of round 1, Zolgath
To
Warrior
make a
4.
free action to speech.
Oh.
If you touch the raptor, I kill you.
You say that to us?
Yes. Let it beat me up. I don't care. I'll tank him.
I'm pretty sure Moonlight's one that's about to get fucked up here.
That's true.
At the top of round 1, Zolgath Warrior 4 is going to lead us off. However, everybody is within range of their stench aura. I just want everybody to give me a fortitude save.
14.
That's a failure. You're sickened 1. Jeb, would you get
For what?
your fortitude save against the
29.
stench? Oh, yeah. Critical success. Kestrel,
46.
critical success. Savatri,
18.
18 succeeds. Then let's have that Zolgath Warrior that critically failed the sound burst that opened combat loses its first action because of the stunned 1 condition. With its second action, it draws a javelin, and with its third action, throws that javelin right at Moonlight with a 22 to hit.
That hits.
All right, so he throws the javelin at you, Moonlight, and you're at the base of the stairs and gets you for 7 points of damage.
Ow.
And that's going to take us over to the Deinonychus, who perks its head up after hearing the sound burst and starts looking around, sees Moonlight, lowers its head, uses its first action to charge towards Moonlight, second action to make a jaw attack on Moonlight with a 27 to hit.
Because I'm sickened, that's critical.
That is...
Ouch.
Oh, fuck me. 3 ones on 4d6. Moonlight takes 12 points of damage on that critical hit.
Oh, that could have been worse. So his charge is only a 1 action, or do you just mean it was just a regular move?
Flavor. It was
Flavor
a move.
charge? Okay.
Yeah, flavor charge. Well, first action to move, second action to make the jaw attack, and with its third action, will slice at you with that wicked-looking talon on its feet. Well, shit. Rolls
That
that 1 on the
critically
dice.
misses.
Yep, natural 1 on the dice. The talon misses entirely. All right, then after the Deinonychus, it is Zolgath Warrior number 1. This is the one that's on the furthest south of the room. Spent his first action to step to the back of the room across from the base of the staircase. Second action to pull out a javelin. And third action to throw that javelin at Jebediah. Gets us an 11 to hit, which misses. That takes us down to Moonlight. It's your turn.
Okay. First action to widen spell. Second action and third action to cast Soundburst again, since these assholes are still in the group.
Right.
Burning all my spells, guys.
There
Don't
you
even
are.
care.
Okay, so we're going 4 fortitude saves, all on the Zolgaths again?
Correct.
All right, so we've got a, 18, 19, 25, and a 1 on the die for
Wait
a
a minute.
critical failure.
Sickened reduces my DC on spells too?
Yeah, it's all your to hit. And
Fuck.
Sickened reduces all of your DCs. Shit,
Like-
we never realized that. That includes spell save
That
DCs.
includes spell save DCs? That seems crazy.
Oh, that's huge. Well, you know what? That actually gives a really cool way to debuff spellcasters. Now you know Sickened will do that, which means Frightened does it as well. Anything that reduces DCs. God, I didn't even think about that.
So, because of that, one of them saves instead of fails, but one. So it looks like we got a failure, 2 successes, and a critical failure. That number 4 just is not doing it today.
It's the second critical failure he's sustained.
Yeah.
All right, let's see that damage roll then. Oh,
Finally, 14 on the dice.
shit! Yeah, that one that had critically failed this save earlier puts his hands up to his head, and it just starts shaking, and all of a sudden you hear this sickening, and it falls over.
Teach you to throw a javelin at me.
If they're deafened, can they still be affected by sound burst?
I'm assuming Soundburst has the auditory trait, right?
It doesn't.
Oh.
It has the sonic trait and the evocation trait.
Okay, so then yeah, no, it would be fine.
I mean, it's sonic damage, so it's like the sound waves like moving through the air that does the damage, not.
the boom or
It's-
whatever. But he's dead.
So I do definitely think that's the most damage I've ever done in 1 turn in 2E.
Count it up,
14,
because that's
14, so 56 damage.
That tops the charts, buddy.
That's 56 damage at once.
Hero point to Swanee.
And I'm done.
All right, then after Moonlight, Savatri, it's your turn.
I pull up my crossbow, take a shot at the only one I can really see, which is number 1. Get a 19 to hit,
That hits.
6 damage,
6 damage.
and then reload the crossbow as my third action.
All right.
How long does that sickened one last?
While you're in
While I'm in it.
the aura.
No.
All right, then after Savatri, it's Kestrel. Your turn.
Okay. That one's dead. 4 is dead. So I'm going to step over 4's body and get into a position where I have 2 of them within my range.
So you step right in between the 2 mutilated bulls.
Yeah, I step right in between the 2 mutilated bulls and 3 Zolgaths, one of which is dead, right next to the fire.
It looks like it has blood coming out of its ears as you get
Nothing
close to
could
it.
possibly go wrong about this.
No, absolutely not.
Activate Flurry of Blows and attack Zolgath Warrior 3. Attack 1, I get a 22 to hit.
That hits.
I will deal it 7 damage.
Oh, you kill it outright.
Excellent. Then I attack Zolgath Warrior 2.
Second half of flurry.
Second half of flurry. 12 to hit, which misses.
It does.
And with my third action, I will cast shield.
Then after Kestrel, it is that Zolgath warrior that you just socked in the nose. He takes a step north and uses his second action to shove.
Bring it.
He's going to try to shove you into the campfire.
That's against my fortitude DC, right?
It is.
You said he just socked it in the nose. That's the one he missed.
It is. But that's all right.
Oh, that's right. So the Zolgath that Kestrel just missed steps north and then makes a shove action.
19. That's what she
Is
got.
your DC?
Yep.
Athletics check. 20.
Oh, good.
He pushes Kestrel into the campfire. And Kestrel, I don't really have any stats for this, but I feel like it's pretty fair that you just take 1d6 damage.
Okay.
So you take 2 points of fire damage
All
as you
right.
fall into the crackling fire.
I fall? He didn't
Oh,
trick me. He shoved me.
Sorry, you get pushed back into the crackling fire.
Yeah, he doesn't get to do 2 combat maneuvers in one.
And then with his third action, will stride up to Moonlight. Moonlight's the one that's wreaking havoc on this party because
Got it.
you're the one that just dealt 56 points of damage to his party in one turn.
They don't know how much it was.
Well, they know it was fucking
They see their friends
devastating.
dying.
So they did see the one guy's like head explode, but you know.
Literally brain leaking out of its ear canal. Doesn't have an action to do anything about it though. Jebediah, it's your turn.
All right, so for the first turn, I'm gonna let Turtle go, and she's gonna run up back up here, and I want to do a GM ruling, if you will.
Oh yeah, what are you
Just a
looking
question.
for?
Okay, so there's the aid action, correct?
Yeah.
And it says that aids requires help, a skill check, or an attack roll. There doesn't
Mhm.
seem to be a distract in the actions like
faint.
I wanted
Faint
to
is-
just like play with the raptor, and it would get in hopes to give Moonlight like a
Oh.
AC. But it
Interesting.
doesn't read like that. But it
You're
seems
right.
like it should.
It did read like that in first edition pretty
Right.
plainly.
Because explain to the GM exactly how you're trying to help, and they determine whether you can aid your ally. When
So-
you use the aid action, attempt a skill check or an attack roll of the type decided by the GM.
So
I want
you're
to
attempting
aid-
to distract, right?
Yeah, but there doesn't seem to be that action.
Yeah, nothing very straightforward on this. What kind of skill check would Turtle make in order to distract the Deinonychus?
I'll just do an attack roll. Like he's just gonna like play fight with it.
Just kind of like headbutt it in the side.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll take it. Go ahead and make just a standard attack. And DC 20 on this. Ooh.
All right. Well, I don't aid.
No, you don't.
I
in
actually.
fact, you make it harder.
You make
Thank
it easier for it to
you.
hit me.
I'm not sure, but usually
No.
the critical failure says your ally takes a -1 circumstance penalty to the
I was-
triggering check.
So I'd assume I'd heard his AC for one round.
I would imagine that you actually made his AC better for a round.
Yeah.
Because you critically failed.
I made
for-
whose AC?
The Deinonychus.
Oh, I thought I'd make Moonlight.
He was trying to boost my AC by
Oh, trying
distracting
to
it.
boost your AC. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I thought you were trying to lower the Deinonychus' AC.
I was trying to like distract it away from Moonlight.
I would say it's just going to be a straight up failure.
Well, then I will move up to this guy, and I'll swing at it.
That's Zolgath who got close to Moonlight.
And I'll get a 29.
Critical hit.
God, that thing's fucked.
Get ready for a decapitation, boys.
Not really good, but it does die. 11 damage.
Does cleave its head from its shoulders. Is dead. Then after Jebediah downs one of the Zolgath warriors, the Deinonychus is getting frustrated by Turtle and actually makes a jaw attack against Turtle. Gets a 18 to hit.
Miss.
Oh, but that's not the Deinonychus's focus. It's Moonlight. So after making the jaw attack against Turtle, it's going to make a Talon attack against Moonlight and get a 13 to hit.
Yeah, that misses.
Gross. The Deinonychus uses its third action to perform something called Darting Attack. The Deinonychus strides up to 10 feet and then makes a strike, or makes a strike and then strides up to 10 feet, which is what it's going to do. So it's going to make another Talon attack at Moonlight before it takes 10 feet back in a stride action. Nope. That's a miss. 3 on the die. All right, then after Deinonychus, it's the Zolgath warrior who strode across to the opposite side of the room to throw that javelin, uses its first action to stride up to Jebediah and actually stand on his fallen comrade's body to make a jaw attack on Jebediah. Gets an 18 to hit.
Miss.
It misses. Then uses its third action to make a claw attack against Jebediah. Gets a 10 to hit and misses. All right, Moonlight, your turn.
Moonlight looks at this thing and goes, "Bad move," and just reaches out and touches it and does a chill touch.
All right. It's on Zolgath Warrior.
Zolgath Warrior 2, the only one that's still alive.
The only one that's still alive.
Needs to give me a fortitude save,
Okay, gets a 21.
and that beats my 19 currently. So I will deal it half of 11, so 5 damage.
Killing it.
I mean, as I've kind of talked about with Chill Touch, when Moonlight does it and kills someone, it just like drains the life essence out of them and into my roots.
You thought Zolgaths were pale, but somehow it gets paler and collapses. All right, then.
Kestrel, get out of the fire.
Not yet. Savatri, it's your turn.
I move back.
So there's a whole pile of dead Zolgaths right at the foot of these stairs, and one Deinonychus who darted back.
I use a free action to ask Jebediah, "You want me to trip that thing, or you got this? The big bird?"
Nah, we don't need to do anything.
It's all you?
Yep.
Okay. Well, then I do nothing.
Kestrel.
I
We're
really
gonna have
want
to Chris Pratt it.
Yep.
I really wanted to jump out of the fire and kick one of them with my on fire shoes, but instead I'll just go, "Ow, ow, 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 ow." And I guess I'll be done too. And jump
Just
out of the
assume
fire.
as a monk you're barefoot. You wear shoes.
Absolutely.
I'm not a monster.
I'm a monk, not a peasant. All right.
Shield. I guess shield in case it attacks me.
So Kestrel jumps out of the fire, casts shield. That's going to take us over to Jebediah. It's your turn.
But we're at a point where animal takes a minute.
Animal empathy does take a minute, yes. Is that what it's called these days? Is it still animal empathy?
Mm-hmm. You have a connection to creatures of the natural world that allows you to communicate with them on a rudimentary level. You can use diplomacy to make an impression on animals and make them very simple requests of them. In most cases, wild animals will give you time to make your case.
Now, this is not a wild animal. Now, normally you need at least 1 minute of conversation to make an impression. So, Jeb, I'm going to make you give me this animal empathy check in 2 stages. One is just an initial, "Hey, stop attacking," so that you can take a minute and then give me another diplomacy to try to change its attitude. So you're actually going to be making 2 diplomacy checks here.
I will de-arm. I'll drop my axe as well as Turtle. I'm not gonna like wrangle it, but we're gonna try to talk to it.
Okay.
If it wants to attack me for a whole minute, it can.
Well, let's see how it goes with your first diplomacy check to try to get it to just listen to you for a minute.
Well, here's the first
Hero point it.
hero.
There you go.
Okay. We went from
I'll accept that.
we went from an 8 to a 20. 1 hero point spent. So as you kind of like go up and you start doing the Chris Pratt maneuver on it, holding your hands up, you get a minute to try to talk this Deinonychus down. Any particular way you want to do that? You just want to make that roll?
So like you said it was just eating scraps, right? Where's the good meat?
Good meat's down by the campfire.
Alright, Turtle's gonna go grab it by a big chunk of it and throw it at the feet of the Deinonychus.
I mean, it is a bull, so I would imagine Turtle would have to actually drag it over to the Deinonychus.
She's strong. And then she will, I don't know, she's just going to start eating it and then like nudging at the Deinonychus to eat it, the dinosaur guy.
Yeah, Turtle sharing the bounty. Okay. I like what you did there. We'll go ahead and make this diplomacy check with a +2 circumstance bonus.
Gladly. 24.
Fuck yeah. That is a critical success, which moves the creature all the way from hostile to neutral. Critical success. Yeah, 2 steps. It's a neutral creature now. So it kind of looks at you and it, shakes its head a bit and then just starts tearing into the bowl. It doesn't necessarily like look at you with fondness. In fact, it might grab the bowl and try to drag it into the corner of the room a little bit to get it away from you guys.
All right, well then, as an animal trainer, I know I should just leave it for a bit. So I might just see if she's still here on the way out, and we'll make some more attempts.
Okay.
If she runs off, she runs off. I'm not into torture, all right?
You don't collar those animals. Well, the Deinonychus is chomping away happily at the bull that it was so scornfully denied by its Zolgath masters earlier. There are 2 exits out of this room, one to the north and one to the south. The doorway to the south has a little bit of an interesting feature. There's no door here, but it's a 10-foot wide passage that seems to have 3 stacks of heavy stones. They're kind of stacked about 4 feet high. Doesn't look like it's really preventative. It wouldn't be difficult for you to slide in between these stones. Extremely easy to kind of just sidle in between them. But they seem to create some sort of barrier between this room and the hall going outside. To the north, you smell sort of this like musty. It's a musty smell coming from over there, and you hear the occasional like deep guttural grunts coming from back here.
Do we want to investigate that immediately, or does Moonlight need to like heal up a bit?
I mean, Moonlight could use some healing. I'm at about half health.
Yeah, I'll do a medicine check or treat wounds on Moonlight.
I'll guard this door in case anything comes through and tries to kill us.
Just shy of a critical success. You get 9, and then I'll do another treat wounds on you. You have 5.
Kestrel, you said that you were guarding.
Yeah, I might spend, if we're going to spend that much time, then I'll probably smack myself with a little heal and then refocus as well.
Okay, so you spend 10 minutes refocusing.
Yeah.
So 20 minutes passes. The Deinonychus just eats and stares at Jeb suspiciously, and you guys just hear almost like light pads, like padding footsteps from the next room. Not with any particular intention or purpose, just wandering every now and then.
Can I maybe try and do a stealth check and sneak up and peek my head in there and see what I see?
During the 10 minutes, which Moonlight's getting healed?
After Moonlight's done being healed.
Oh, so after 20 minutes, then you'll go
Yes,
in.
absolutely.
Okay. Go ahead with your stealth check.
All right.
Kestrel,
He tries to be really stealthy, but his feet still hurt, and so like every time he steps, it's like, ow, ow, ow.
So you're actually being quiet, except for when you're saying ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would justify the 1 on the dice you just got. Kestrel, give me a perception check.
22.
This room is divided by several piles of stacked stones, each stack about 4 feet tall, almost identical to the stacks of stones leading out the south side of the guard room that you just entered in at. Large nests made of sticks and mud are spread around the room on both sides of the stone stacks, but the northwestern corner of the room contains a large hut made of poorly tanned hides and topped with the skull of some enormous fanged beast. Eye-watering smell of Zolgath's animal dung and unwashed reptiles fills this room. And as you step through the threshold here, ouching along, you see just beyond that stack, those stacks of stone that I mentioned, 2 creatures that look like this.
It's a dinosaur.
More dinosaurs.
What dinosaur is that? That's the fucking, is that the Ankylosaurus?
This one's
Spiky tail.
very close. It looks exactly like an Ankylosaurus. It's just not nearly as big. This is a large animal, mind you, but it's armored, quadrupedal. It's got a long tail with a thick mace or maul at the end of it, and it is spiky. And this is the thing that you were hearing making those noises earlier. And when you get to the threshold of the room, they both step up to the edge of that barrier of stacked rocks, and they look at you intently.
I think this one's for you.
Just beyond those 2 dinosaurs within the nests, you see 2 egg-shaped items, cream-colored, about the size of a small vase.
Who wants omelets, boys?
You say omelets and they get agitated.
Oh, they've heard that one before.
They speak very fluent common.
They speak fluent breakfast.
They're kind of strafing left and
Yeah,
right
time.
on the other side of these the threshold of those stacks of stones, but they're not crossing.
All right, I'll creep up right about here.
And Jeb seems to be getting closer to them. And they look agitated. They start stamping their feet a little bit.
I'll make a diplomacy wild empathy check and get a 24.
Fuck. Okay. Jeb's rocking the animal empathy checks. Their defensive stance falters a little bit, and they start loosening up. Kind of look at you and snort, and they pad back to their nests. One of them sits on top of the 2 eggs that are there, and the other one just kind of curls up on the nest on the opposite side.
I tell Moonlight to hide behind Kestrel as we advance to the next door. They're herbivores, man. Look at their teeth. Those
beautiful.
are herbivore teeth. They want to eat you.
Spencer, take another hero point and give me a free recall knowledge check.
20.
That's plenty for the Pinacosaurus. I think that's how you pronounce this one.
Pinocchiosaurus.
It is also a dinosaur. They are herbivores, like you say. The Pinacosaurus is generally I'm not going to say they're docile creatures, but they certainly aren't outwardly violent most of the time. These ones seem more concerned about protecting their nest than they are with just attacking you. They easily could knock over this barrier of stone stacks to come at you, but they don't.
Are dinosaurs common?
No. In fact, Jebediah could tell you that the only reason he knows about these things is because his dad used to read him dinosaur books when he was a kid.
Jeb, do you think you could make it to that hut? See what's in there?
I just convinced them not to attack me, and you want me to go into their den?
I mean, they seem pretty docile.
Do you have any plants to feed them? Conveniently.
Why don't we
No,
just
no, not at all.
why don't we just set them free?
I mean, like you said, if they want to leave, they have all the right to. They're just the rocks they could break down.
Yeah, they're just stacks of rocks. They can just push them over. The rocks are like 4 feet wide. They're not small rocks. But these are large animals. They could easily knock these down if they wanted to.
If I just wish to stand here, can I peer into the hut?
I would say that no, the flaps of the hut are closed. You're not going to be able to actually see into the hut.
All right, I'll be cautious about it. I'll step up on a rock and see how they react.
They're about 4 feet tall. Do you want to climb on top of it or kind of slide in between them?
I'll climb up.
Jeb climbs up on top of the rock stack. It wobbles a little bit, but you're good. One of them kind of pops its head up and looks at you. Looks like it almost narrows its eyes for a second, but then puts its head back down on its
I'll start stepping
feet.
towards the hut, watching them cautiously.
Oh, that one, not the one that's sitting on the eggs, but the other one is watching you cautiously, but doesn't attack.
I step in.
As you slide into the hut, it's interesting. The hut is very simple. There's just a pile of straw on one side. The hut has an urn in it. That pile of straw almost looks like a sleeping mat of some kind, maybe. And it smells heavily of Zolgath in here.
Ugh.
It's nasty.
But that's all I'm seeing. Nothing crazy. Maybe Zolgath slept in here.
Like I said, you see the pile of straw, an urn, and that's it.
What's in the urn?
What would the Zolgas be doing with an urn?
Teeth. Hundreds and hundreds of teeth. Oddly enough, you see some Pinacosaurus teeth in here. You think you might see a Deinonychus tooth or two in here as well. Looks like maybe a shark's tooth in here as well. That one's unique. But aside from that, like I said, literally hundreds of teeth.
All right, well, that's kind of gross. I haven't put the urn back. I don't really know what it's there for. But that's all I see is straw and urn.
Straw in an urn filled with teeth. Do you want to, search it more thoroughly?
Fuck you, yes.
Give me a perception
Sure,
check.
I'll put my hand into this jar of teeth.
Oh, God.
28.
As you're looking through, you sift through the straw mats. There's definitely nothing in there. Maybe some clumps of dirt and stray animal dung. You decide this urn of teeth kind of catches your curiosity a little bit. What the fuck is this thing? And as you're looking through it, you kind of sift through it.
It's a tooth fairy.
Give me a nature check.
18.
They're all dinosaur teeth, except for one. One is a shark's tooth. You noticed it early on as kind of sitting at the top, but now that you've kind of gone through these teeth, it stands out to you.
As a shark tooth?
As a shark tooth in an urn filled with dinosaur teeth.
Neat. As a person, I don't know what that means. It's a lot of teeth.
Can make
How
a
heavy
mean,
is a teeth urn?
can make a mean necklace out of that shark tooth.
I bet you the urn's probably a good 50 pounds.
What I need to do is get some like glue, put it on my fists, then dip my
shoot.
fists. The thing of teeth.
I don't know. Dinosaur
Seems so
teeth.
random.
It seems random. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a written reason why they're there, and it's
All right.
weird.
I mean, there
I'm gonna
usually
take
is.
the shark tooth and then, I don't know, just take like a handful of the other ones
Okay.
and place it in my pouch.
As you step out of the tent, the Panachosaurus that's closest to you, not the one sitting on the eggs, but the one that's closest to the tent, suddenly stands up like it needs to be standing right now, and then looks and sees that it's you and relaxes, and then lays back down. And then
All right,
relaxes.
whoever sleeps in this tent, I need to decapitate him, I think is what's going on.
Yeah, I get the feeling that whoever's in there is like these guys' master.
The circus is gonna have so many dinosaurs.
They can pull a wagon. Can I have a dinosaur pull my wagon?
Yeah, would these guys be like oxen? We're gonna,
Yeah.
From this previous night when I foraged critically for all the fruit,
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I'm just gonna, another big ass dinosaurs and a handful of fruit's not gonna mean much, but I'll put the remainder of the pouch out and just, I'll hop back over.
Bitchin'. Give me a diplomacy check for that.
17.
You improved their standing by another step.
So many dinosaurs.
No, they are friendly.
What do we get next? T-Rexes? Let's check out the next door.
behind door number 2,
More
the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Jeb, you kind of look down the eastern corridor that leads out of this room, and it goes down maybe 50 or 60 feet and ends in another stack of stones, much like the ones you've seen several times already. And it looks like the corridor turns to the left, but there's a black curtain that goes across that corridor.
All right, well, I'll wave the rest of my companions through.
I move up.
Kestrel, as you enter the room, one of the Panachosaurus like stands up and goes,
I quickly run by.
I leave my slurk on one of the pot in like one of these nests.
okay.
I don't feel like the inside of a dungeon's a great place for a slurk.
Well, we can move on. Monk boy?
I'm ready. I'll stealth up forward and I'll take a peek around this corner. Nope, still can't stealth. Hit a 12.
Well, you trip over a little pebble that's sitting here, but luckily it doesn't seem to make that much noise. And you look around the corner and black curtain.
And ahead of me, more rocks and a hallway that keeps going, or what?
Another short rock barrier that goes across the corridor, and then the corridor actually turns off to the right.
I go back to my friends. Well, we've got a black curtain to the left, and we've got another hallway to the right.
Flip a coin?
Did you look through the curtain?
Do we want to go back and check what was over the rocks in that first room?
Oh, I didn't even see that. Yeah, Savatri, go check it out.
I go look over that. I looked over that while they were fucking around with the ankylosauruses.
I can get down with that. Savatri, the guard room that you initially entered into is lit, of course, with the campfire, but there's also those there's some ever-burning torches that are on the wall there. You look back into what looks like a big, empty, very clean chamber that goes off into the darkness, and you can't see far enough to realize what's at the end of this room, but it looks like the worked stone becomes a little more natural, more cavern-like.
Cast light and a crossbow bolt and fire it down the hallway.
All right, so you fire it through this room. It goes all the way through the room and down a steep drop. And it looks like the floor just falls away deeper into this room.
Okay.
Like some sort of collapse happened.
Then I went back and rejoined the party. And I'll tell them what I saw. Nothing. No, nothing is what I saw.
So there was nothing. You saw a curtain, but you didn't look through the curtain?
All right, I'll go try and look through the curtain this time.
I mean, you're not even that stealthy. You just looked at the curtain and you're like, that is a curtain.
That's a curtain.
That's a curtain.
I look through the curtain. I peek around the curtain.
Oh, that's right. I can look beyond the curtain.
Past this.
Two things. Kestrel
The
is
wizard said don't look behind the curtain.
No, don't look behind the curtain. There's nobody back there. Kestrel, as you return back to glance left around this corner and move the curtain aside, before you get there, give me a perception check.
Okay. 13.
Cool. Go ahead and give me a perception check for looking through the curtain now.
28.
All right. You kind of like slide it aside, look beyond. You see back into this room, and there's a couple of pillars with a curtain going in between them. There's more light in here. Looks like more of those that are burning torches are lined along the walls here, but you don't see anything of note.
I don't see a man behind the curtain?
No.
That's
not.
good, because I wouldn't pay any attention to him anyway.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
So do these ever-burning torches look the same as the ones in the Hermitage?
No. These are actually ever-burning torches.
Got it. We should be collecting these.
Why are there two pillars with a curtain between them doing fuck all nothing?
They are doing fuck all, but before Jebediah storms into the room, Jeb, as you cross the curtain, you feel your leg as you start to cross the threshold. Suddenly feels like you're pushing against a string against your shin, and before you can stop yourself from
check for traps.
Walking any further, you hear two cacophonous coming from either side of you. There is the sound of what you now recognize as Zolgath voices in the back. You hear them deeper into the room, and as it sounds like one of them is making a command of some kind, two animals leap out from behind one of the black curtains. These are actually just straight up velociraptors. They're
You
like
put,
the
magical next to them, so I don't feel like I need to try to diplomacy.
Corrupted velociraptor.
Yeah, something like that.
nope. They're just regular velociraptors. They're small.
Why the fuck are we in a dinosaur den? What is this place? Troglodytes and dinosaurs?
Well, isn't the second book called like fucking Siege of the Dinosaurs or some shit like that?
Let's just go ahead and say that that's a theme. So the two velociraptors leap out from behind the black curtain, and they make their small velociraptor roars at you. And initiative. Jebediah, you lead us off.
Alright. I gotta try it. I'll step up. Oh, I think what's a minute? I don't know. I'll just
I gave you something on the last time we did this, and I'm gonna give it to you again. In fact, I might make you take a skill feat for it, but I'll allow you
gladly.
to...
I didn't think I'd be fighting dinosaurs.
I'll allow you to use your entire round to attempt to stop them from attacking so that you can make an animal empathy check.
Your skill feat that you make up should be called Chris Pratt,
19.
and it only works for dinosaurs.
I'm totally okay with that.
Or you're my boy, Blue.
My boy Blue. Jebediah steps forward, holds his hands out, and tries to make calming motions at the velociraptors. And the two of them that are there look at each other, and then they look back around the corner where you can't see, and then you hear that tongue again. And then they turn back to you, Jebediah, and they go, ah! And then they look like they're about to charge.
Charge away. Except Turtle didn't get a turn, so Turtle's gonna go.
It's also still your turn.
But you said I'd take my whole turn to do that.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Alright. Well, Turtle will just step in front of Kestrel and be done.
Moonlight, it's your turn.
Moonlight will move east to be south of Jebediah and south of the Velociraptors. I think I'll throw a book at one of them. Get 23 to hit the Velociraptor with a book.
That is going to hit.
I deal him 9 damage.
All right. Smack that Velociraptor right upside the head.
The book is glowing a little bit.
Did you hit him with the fucking Abadar book?
Yes.
All right. Then after Moonlight, it is Velociraptor number 2's turn. And he is going to spend his first action performing an action called Leaping Charge. The Velociraptor strides up to 10 feet, ignoring difficult terrain, and it makes a strike with its talons, and it gets a +1 circumstance bonus on this attack. Against Jebediah, it gets a 15 to hit, which is going to miss. Then we're going to go second attack is with a claw, with the jaws, for a 7 to hit. And attack number 3, another talon attack, 14 to hit. So the Velociraptor almost looks hesitant to attack Jebediah. It looks back around the corner. You can't really see where it's looking, but it turns back there a couple of times before charging forward and missing 3 times. And then it's the other one's turn. It's going to do basically the exact same thing. Attack number 1 is a natural 1 on the die. Attack number 2 for a jaw gets a 13 to hit.
Now you're making me think that they're obeying orders, but still not obeying orders.
I mean, straight up, both of them miss every single one of their 3 attacks. That's 6 attacks. And Jeb, you don't even try to dodge them. It kind of looks like they're just
They're playing with me.
They're just messing with you. They're not trying that hard.
More dinosaurs.
That's their turn. Kestrel, it's your turn.
So I do have to make a tumble through to get through an enemy square.
Correct.
All right, we'll attempt to do so. Acrobatics, 25 to beat its reflex DC.
Reflex DC? Yep, that'll do it.
All right, so with one action, I get behind Velociraptor 2. Action 2, we will flurry, get a 27 to hit.
That's a critical hit.
Nice. Deal it 9 damage.
You hit it right in
number
the
2.
beak.
Poor little guy.
It is kind of sad. There's smaller versions of the Deinonychus.
Don't make it worse.
And
it's a 17 to hit, and it hits.
It squeals.
And I deal it 7 damage, and it dies.
And you knock it out. You kill it.
Sorry, Jeb. Cast shield.
Deb gives a pretty glaring look at Kestrel.
Over top of the dead Velociraptor body.
Cast shield. Done.
All right, Savatri, it's your turn.
Savatri's back in the hallway, so her first action will be to move closer to the crew.
Savatri, give me a perception check. As you get closer to the piles of rocks separating you and the corridor beyond.
26.
You see what looks like a shimmering curtain, transparent, that slides across the threshold on the other side. Fuck off. It slides across the threshold at the other side of the rocks and disappears beyond the corridor. It looks like it's really odd, and you're convinced that you're seeing shit, but it looks like a shimmering, transparent curtain just disappeared around the corner.
You talking about behind the rocks?
On the other side of the stacks of stones, yes.
I'm still confused by what I saw.
Yeah, and I'm
That's
confused why I took a bunch of teeth out of a jar.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a lot of hints and drops that are happening right now. None of them are gonna make sense, but they will.
Before my second action, I'm gonna use a free action to ask Jeb, we killing these? These friendly? You want these? Kill them.
I'm not doing anything to him.
Why is one dead on the ground?
There was a book involved.
I see the glowing book on the ground. What at? I glare at Moonlight.
It happens.
I pass my turn.
That's the bottom of round 1. We're gonna go back up to the top for round 2. It's Jebediah's turn, but before Jebediah gets a chance to go, I'm about to use this word correctly. Suddenly. It begins to rain inside of the tower. It's downpouring.
Personal
It's a
rain
fucking
cloud.
monsoon. In fact, before you know it, you're standing in 6 inches of water and everything is difficult terrain. Jebediah, it's your turn.
Okay, 6 feet of water. Are these guys drowning right now? They're small
Inches.
creatures.
6
Oh,
inches.
sorry. Okay.
Now I want to see Jebediah's Tinder profile. 7 feet.
All right. Difficult terrain. I get to here.
Okay, as you enter the room, you see just to your left is a Zolgath. Give me a fortitude save.
18.
You succeed, and you're immune to the stench aura.
So that was like partially into my second movement. So I'll finish my second movement to step up to him. And I'm like just the person I was looking for as I swing an axe and get a 3. But it's late night, right?
Dude, you got 2 action points, 2 hero points.
1d1.
That's a successful hero point reroll and a hit.
5 damage.
Pretty poor damage, but you hit it, and it takes the damage.
And then I'm gonna turtle. Why is there not a distract action? Oh, create a diversion. Here we go.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't look like it requires a training in deception.
Ah, well, that's what I'll do. I'll just mess around with this animal.
We haven't used create a diversion yet. With a gesture, a trick, or some distracting words, you can create a diversion that draws creatures' attention elsewhere. If you use a gesture or trick, this action gains a manipulate trait, blah, blah, blah. Attempt a single deception check and compare it to the perception DC
Oh, I'm lying,
of
sorry.
the creature.
I'm not lying. I would have done that, but the free action turtle gets, if I don't attack, can only be stride or strike.
Oh,
So I'm just gonna stride around it and be like, ooh. I'm just like circling the raptor.
Turtle's just circling around the raptor, trying to be friendly or threateningly.
Kind of, at this point, probably threateningly, like not like, hey, don't do anything.
Yeah, don't fuck with people.
Yeah.
All right, then after Jebediah, Moonlight, it's your turn.
Moonlight is gonna start with something I should do more often.
A
actually.
book to a velociraptor.
No, demoralize
Ah.
on the velociraptor using intimidating glare.
Demoralize is a solid intimidate skill action. Go ahead and make that check against their will DC.
That's gonna be a 24.
It is a critical success.
Wow, really?
Yep.
So yeah, it is frightened too.
It certainly is. And this is the Velociraptor, correct?
Velociraptor 1.
Okay. Frightened 2 is the Velociraptor.
Glare at it threateningly before picking my book back up and throwing it at it. I get 15 to hit.
That made the difference.
Did it really?
It did. It did. These things have a 16 AC. So 15 does hit.
It takes 10 book damage.
Fuck. You and his books. Smacks it across the head. Ah!
And that's my turn. I really need to remember to do that more often now that I have quick coercion.
Dude, Demoralize is a solid
Or
action to take.
Intimidating glare.
The Zolgath that's right next to Jebediah, he is going to make a jaw attack and bite at Jebediah. First attack, a jaw attack against Jebediah was a miss, so the second attack is going to be a claw attack on Jebediah. It's going to be a 23 to hit. Finally, some damage. 5 slashing damage. This Zolgath rakes across Jebediah's chest. And with its third action, will stride behind the curtain and go out of sight. Now it's the other Velociraptor's turn. This one's being circled by Turtle. It's making him a little bit nervous. He's gonna bite at Turtle. Roll a natural 1 on the die. Miss.
Everything's working.
And he's gonna make a talon attack on Turtle. Roll a 3 on the die.
I told you they don't want to hurt.
Miss. And with its third action, it's going to stride away. And when it strides away, you hear a sound coming from behind one of the curtains that sounds like angry Parthleton yelling at this thing. And the Velociraptor like cowers back a little bit as it gets yelled at from behind one of the curtains. Kestrel, it's your turn.
So I saw the guy run behind the curtain, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is probably pretty foolish, but I am going to run behind the curtain and see what I see.
Oh, as you run behind the curtain, you see the Zolgath that went and disappeared behind the curtain, but you also see another Zolgath that's to the left that has not made himself present yet. And as soon as you get in his field of vision, and this one throws a dagger at you, gets a 27 to hit.
Hits.
27 hits. The dagger deals you 5 points of piercing damage.
Well, I continue my movement, and I get to here, just north of the Zolgath 2. And second action, I will activate Flurry of Blows and attack it. 20 to hit,
That hits.
6 damage.
All right.
Attack number 2 with Flurry. 23 to hit,
That hits.
5 damage. And then action 3, I'll cast Shield. And I'm done.
It's going to bring us down to Savatri. It's your turn.
Savatri's gonna start moving towards everybody since
Savatri,
she's
stop. Give me a perception check.
The curtain comes alive.
15.
Never mind. Continue with your turn.
How much of this area is difficult terrain?
All of it. Everything. It's raining on top of everybody, deeper into the room, back from where you came from. It's monsoon, torrential downpours.
I use 2 actions to move up to where Jebediah is, and then give Jebediah guidance. That's my turn.
After Savatri, we're going to go to the top of round 3. We'll make it Jebediah's turn.
You know what's awesome about being a dwarf?
What?
That was 2 turns right there. Fuck.
To move 20 feet?
All right.
You've guidance, remember.
Yay.
Oh, I take it. And I fucking swing. The 21 with 6 damage.
Cut right into the shoulder blade.
And Turtle's gonna move right there. Just right next to Savatri.
All right. And after Jebediah, Moonlight, it's your turn.
2 actions move there. Final action, yeah, I was way in the back, so I just moved 20 feet forward. And my final action, I will cast Tentacular Limbs. I'm gonna give this Velociraptor a chance to fully run away.
Now it is the Zolgath that Kestrel had moved up to and attacked. This one makes a jaw attack on Kestrel for his first action. He gets a 22 to hit.
No.
Oh, your AC went up.
Shield.
Well, shit. Then we'll make a claw attack on you. Gets a 21 to hit.
Still no.
And finally makes a 3rd claw attack on you. Crit fishing, gets a 7. Hey, Kestrel,
Yeah.
you're AC tanking.
Yay!
It is the last living Velociraptor's turn. Makes a jaw attack against Turtle. Turtle's making him nervous. Gets a 9 to hit. Makes a Talon attack against Turtle. Gets another 9 to hit. And uses its 3rd action to retreat farther back and begin to cower in the corner.
Oh, now I'm just sad.
Which is going to bring us over to the Zolgath, who had the ready to action to throw the dagger at Jebediah, now gets to go. We'll first make a jaw attack against Jebediah.
Good
and
job.
deal 8 points of piercing damage.
You're doing it.
Then make a claw attack for a 21 to hit.
Still hitting me.
Deals 6 claw damage to Jebediah with its 2nd action. And with its 3rd action, we'll make a 3rd claw attack. 10 to hit, which will miss. It's going to take us over to Kestrel. It's your turn.
All right, so we will attack the guy to my south. First action, we'll activate Flurry of Blows and attack. I get a 25 to hit, and I will deal him 6 damage. I then get a 14 to hit, which looks like it misses.
It does.
With my 3rd action, or excuse me, 2nd action, I'll just try and hit with a 3rd attack just to see. Get a 14 to hit, that misses. 3rd action, shield, and also a fortitude save, please.
Okay. Fortitude save. 15 to save.
He fails, he will be stunned 1.
Stunned 1 for Zolgath, number 2. Then that's going to take us down to Savatri. It's your turn.
Use her first action to get behind Jeb.
Flank me!
Second action to attempt to trip the person, the thing that he's fighting. That's a nat 1 hero point.
Yeah.
That's a nat 2.
Fucking sucks.
I only have the 1 hero point, I'm pretty sure, so I will try for my 3rd action to try to trip it again. That's a 18.
An 18 will fail.
It's Jeb's turn.
It is. It's Jeb's turn.
and he will take a giant axe to the face of a troglodyte, getting a natural 20,
Yeah, you will.
dealing damage that's high. Not high at all.
Wow.
1 and a 2 on the dice for 9.
That was bad. Don't kill it, which
We'll
is
try it
surprising to
again.
everybody.
21.
That is.
We'll get more than the crit. No, 6 damage.
Good hit. Still no death.
I will just give my final turn to Turtle, and she will attack Troglodyte number 2 for not good, and I'll be done.
13 will miss. After Jebediah, it's Moonlight.
So, I mean, there's curtains. I can't actually see these guys.
Nope.
Ah, it's so annoying. I have to use 2 actions to get back here because it's damn difficult terrain. Which means I can't throw any books.
It's still raining heavy.
I guess I'll just, I don't know, I'll try to demoralize this number 2 guy.
The one next to Kestrel and Turtle. All right, go ahead.
It's going to be a 21 against his, what did you say, will DC? Yeah, will DC.
That's correct. And it's a success.
He's frightened 1.
Frightened?
All right.
Stunned one. He's having a bad day.
The worst kind of day. Now it's the bad day Zolgath's turn. Loses his first action because he's stunned. With his second action, will make a jaw attack on Kestrel. And get a 16 to hit.
Miss.
You get a 22 to hit.
Miss.
That still misses.
Oh, does it miss because of my,
No.
would a 23 have hit you or no?
Well, yes, I guess the 23 would have hit me, yeah.
Debuffs!
Debuffs for the win. Yeah, that was a fucking 17 on the die.
Well, I mean, it was attack too, so.
Doesn't realize that it's not going to be able to hit Kestrel, but it's going to try again. Roll it's an 11 on the die. Can't hit. That's all 3 actions, which is going to take us down to a Zolgath that nobody knows is there yet. From behind the curtain bursts a Zolgath and attacks Turtle.
I guess we should have known it was there because we had seen humanoid 2 and 3, but not number 1.
That's a good point.
It's going to be a jaw attack on Turtle, and Turtle's flat-footed here. So 22 hits. On the claw will deal Turtle 5 points of damage, plus an additional 1 point of damage because of precision. Sneak attack. Okay, that will take us to the last remaining Velociraptor, who passes its turn.
All right, let's fucking take out this
Why'd
guy.
you skip 3?
Yeah, why'd you skip 3?
I thought he was dead.
No, he's the one fighting me. I did like miserable damage on a crit to him.
Oh, that's right. He should be dead, but he's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we haven't killed any of the
Then-
Zolgaths yet.
Then jaw attack on Jebediah for a 29 to hit.
Yeah.
Jebediah 9 piercing damage. Will attack a second time with a claw. He gets 21 to hit.
Coming in hot. He's scared of the axe decapitation.
5 damage to Jebediah and makes a final claw attack. This one only for a 7 to hit will miss. Now it's Kestrel's turn.
All right, we will try and take out this Zolgath to my south. Flurry with 1 action. First attack. I'm going to use my action point, my hero point, and remake that first attack. I rolled a 2 to get a 12 to hit. So,
Get up to a 3.
yeah, okay.
Ooh, 10.
Just another 2. Well, second attack with Flurry. Get a 15 to hit, which looks like it misses. With my third action, I will attempt to make, my second action, I will attempt to make another attack. 14, I miss, and I'll cast Shield. That was pathetic. I'm done.
Rough. Savatri, your turn.
Try to trip the guy that Jeb's fighting. 28 to trip him.
28 is a normal success,
Cool.
which makes him prone.
Second action, I take a step over to where humanoid 2 is, or within 10 feet of him. Third action, I try to trip him, then fail with an 11.
All right. After Savatri, we're going to go to the top of round 5. Jebediah, it's your turn.
I will attempt to smack this guy with a 19.
That hits.
I will attempt to end his life with a 13.
Which you do. 19 hit because it was prone.
I will move to right here and then give Turtle 2 actions and attack humanoid number 2 with 29.
Turtle critically hits that Zolgath.
I'll deal 16 damage.
Turtle tears his esophagus out.
Turtle will change his mind and attack the other one, also with a bite attack. Oh, I'll be yeah, I can't move my attack twice. All right.
Turtle gets a hero point.
Sure.
Turtle always has a hero point every night.
19 to hit.
That hits.
7 damage.
Takes a chunk out of that one.
And we'll release my turn to a tree.
Moonlight. It's your turn.
Okay, well, since we got that guy hanging out there, Moonlight's gonna start off with a Demoralize check. Ooh, look at a 15 against his will DC.
And this is against the last alive Zolgath?
Yes.
A 15 is a success.
Okay, he is frightened.
What'd you roll to get that?
A 3.
A fucking 3. Don't...
When you're scary, you're scary.
I mean, that's the most effective one action that you can take.
And they're immune for 10 minutes, so...
What the fuck is its will save? The 15 beat its DC.
I mean, it basically met it. It has a will of plus 5.
And I'm gonna throw that Book of Abadar at him. Nope, we're gonna throw that Book of Abadar at him again. 20 to hit.
20 hits.
He's one of them hero points.
You know, I love you can always probably tell in our recordings when we get to the end of our nights because we just throw those fuckers out like nobody's business.
I also had to, so
It's true.
half of my stuff doesn't take rolls, so I don't use them a lot. I do 12 damage.
Big fucking book
I-
hit, and one of its teeth flies out and hits the floor.
I whipped that book hard.
That's gonna take us over to... Hey, this one's still alive. Use his first action to retreat. His second action to retreat further. And he disappears from sight. He uses all 3 actions to get back there. So difficult terrain or not, he still goes out of sight. I would have us be in initiative still, except for that the only creature that's still engaging with you, the Velociraptor, is not going to take any actions. He's cowering in the corner right now. So I'm going to drop us out of initiative for the moment. And that's
Turtle
good.
retreats back to the room with the other Dianakis. Is it raining where Turtle is?
It's raining everywhere. In the
Is
tower.
there still some mole meat?
Yeah, it's a little wet, but it's still there.
I'll rip off a meaty chunk and I'm gonna carry it to the Velociraptor.
Oh, okay. So you tell Turtle to go fetch some meat
Yes.
for the cowering dinosaur.
And I place it in the 6-inch puddle of water.
Can you believe we made it through all of that and nobody made a joke about Savatri being wet? Will our maturity continue? Unlikely. But find out next week as we continue the Extinction Curse. We here at MNmaxed want to thank you, our friends and fellow adventurers, for joining us. If you'd like more information about MNmaxed, please visit our website, MNmaxed.com, join our Discord, and come hang out with us and other great adventurers. And if you'd like to support us, check out our Patreon. We would really appreciate it. We'll see you again next week, and until then, may you have many great adventures of your own.
It's your turn.